One of the boundaries of the home ranch is the mighty Chilcotin River. It flows from the coast mountains, to the Fraser River to the Pacific Ocean. It's kind of the same path our beef almost takes from here on the home ranch, as a lot of it makes its way down to Vancouver and to the different markets and grocery and restaurants and chefs and foodies that enjoy something a little bit different, a little bit more special, a little bit more unique, something that has a story behind it. This is all about putting wholesome food on people's plate. We can take this land, which is spectacular land, but it's not your typical agriculture, cash crop, potatoes and carrots and cabbage country. It really is cattle country. So welcome to Hanceville Cattle Company. We're here in the wonderful Chilcotin region of British Columbia. It's a special place. We feel it's almost still frontier country. It's big wild spaces, big open sky, big country, and it's home to our cattle business. We're proudly here with the community that makes up the Chilcotin country. The three partners in the business, we have Irinel, Agapow. Everyone will always know Irinel as the horse person.
I was 5 years old, back in Germany, grew up in a city. And as a kid, I always drew girls with long brown hair riding horses. So my dream came true, I guess. From Germany, moved to France. We started out with horses there when I met Juri.
Juri Agapow, who is our operations manager and, just a solid leader of all things that we need to accomplish on a day-to-day basis.
We are actually very lucky where we're situated because we got the river running through the lands. We can actually pump water from the river. We go out on a regular basis to check the herd, to check the regrowth. We have to make sure that it is sustainable, that we don't overgraze it, that we don't cause erosion, whatever. Because we live off the land, so we can't exploit the land, right?
The third partner is myself. I come from a culinary background and a little bit of a business background. So I've approached this from, I am that ribeye steak. I've got a vision for what I think is right and what I think is practical and what I think we can be proud of.
One of the reasons why we selected the breeds we have, the Scottish Highland and Belted Galloways, because those are breeds which from their origins are used to the high mountains of Scotland, right, where there is not much. For me, the nicest time still is calving time, when you see the newborns and you tag them, you hold them, and it makes your heart just jump in joy, right? And then, like I said, the day comes when you ship them and you remember those days. You see a lot in large operations where it's an asset and that's it. He was the very first bottle calf we had when we got the herd new. His mom had problems birthing and you kind of bond with him, right? You have 300, 350 head. They're for commercial use. They're supposed to be processed eventually, but there's the odd one which just, not just the odd one, actually they all kind of grab your heart, right? And it's just a few which, when the time comes, when they should be shipped, you just can't do it. Seeing them now out on the grass here, like living as much of a natural and good cow life as you can. When we have to ship them, I can say with very good conscience that, they had it as good as it is possible, right?
Without horses, you cannot access the land. Horses sense you way before you notice. They sense your heartbeat, they sense your emotion. I honestly learn from my horses every day. There's always something new, something different, the way they approach me or their surrounding. To watch the herd, that's where you actually learn a lot about their life and communication. Cows accept a horse around them way more than they do a vehicle, so they are way more relaxed around the horses. You teach your horses to approach the cattle in a certain angle. So your horses need to be trained, you need to be able to control their body in order to control the cows. I own horses for about 30 years. I'm still learning and I'm still fascinated. It's my life. I cannot call it work because I'm just out there from morning to evening. The lifestyle out here, you can't put it in words. I'm thankful for it.
This is ground zero for the 2017 Hanceville fire. The Hanceville fire was the biggest fire we had at 1.2 million acres. You can see on the other side of the river lightning came down, and this is where the first smoke came up. And we were actually standing here and saw it within minutes. It just increased in size exponentially, jumped the river, and within 3 hours, the whole valley behind us was in flames. The RCMP came up for evacuation. Like, they knocked on everybody's door, you gotta get out, you gotta get out. I just ran and opened all the gates. The sky was just red. It was not just smoke, it was fire red. I was extremely worried because we still had animals here. We stayed home and we fought the fire. For days it was like a combat zone. We had a tanker truck, we had portable pumps, and we went from ranch to ranch, from farmer to farmer. We helped people out, you know, sprinkle their roofs, put water up, and just kind of try to keep the fire back. It basically saved the ranch. If you wouldn't have done that, we wouldn't be here anymore, right? You know, we were pretty new at this time. It was our first year living here, but it cemented us into this community like no other event could have ever done it. So as a good outcome, we are part of the Chilcotin now because we fought for it, and it has become more home than any other place I've lived before. This is home, and on so many different levels.
Food is a special thing. It brings people together. And the farmers market is an extension of that. It's a gathering of high quality, locally based, know where your food comes products from a passionate group of individuals. The beauty of us getting off of the ranch and getting to those urban centers such as Williams Lake Farmers Market, allowing that engagement to happen, it really just makes the whole package kind of come together in a very special way. People who really enjoy beef really enjoy the flavor of the grass finish. It really represents the land.